G'day everybody, my name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So we have a reaction video for us today. This is why do Americans love big pickups? I may call them utes in this video. Don't worry, that's what we call them here in Australia. So let's jump in and let's have a look at this. Now, in thinking of the big American trucks we get here, probably the biggest we get, I've seen a few F-150s. I think I've seen one 250. I've never seen a 350. But even though we have plenty of room in Australia, our roads aren't that big. So when you see something like that, you go, where the hell are you going to park, mate? You know, we don't have that bigger parking too. So, but let's jump in and let's see why Americans love their big pickups.
Why are pickups popular worldwide? And why is there so little appetite for these vast vehicles in Europe?
Well, obviously, straight off the bat, have you seen the size of Europe? It's bloody tiny. Tiny. Ford Rangers we get here. Maybe we love our pickups as well here in Australia. We do get a lot of, as I say, utes. Holden used to be a big one, but they're not around anymore. They stopped General Motors closing down. All right. Okay.
Sure, they're gas guzzlers, polluters, climate offenders. And yet, they're a global phenomenon, especially in the U.S.
You weren't even born and raised in the same part of the country. But look how similar you are. Look at what you do.
It even has an in-trailer camera, so I can make sure my boy didn't pull fast on me. Moo twice if you're good. Just because I got a new truck doesn't mean I'm not going to pay attention to you. Kids.
For Americans, it always has to be bigger and wackier.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't get any six-wheelers over here. Look at that. That's the thing. Where would you park it? What the?
For Americans, it always has to be bigger and wackier.
Jesus.
Almost as post-apocalyptic as the new Cybertruck from Tesla.
Why don't they make them normal sized?
Well, miss,
oh my
we did just that. Introducing the all-new Chevy Goliath. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle.
Okay, of course, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Oh my God.
But there's also some truth to it.
God.
Trucks like these really do exist. But they're simply not popular in Europe. They're too big, too bulky, not suitable for small roads. So why are pickups so popular worldwide, even though they're actually outdated in these times of climate change?
Well, are they though? Are they? I know they're starting to try and, you know, introduce obviously electric and whatever else. I know a few are being converted to gas in Australia, but do you know, apart from the 6-wheel ones, I've never seen any of them. But the other ones, I've seen them all the time here. So I take it we love our big pickups as well. And I guess you just park it wherever you get to park it, you know, wherever it fits. Like that cat says, if I fits, I sits.
Even though they're actually outdated in these times of climate change. This is the most popular pickup truck of all time, the Ford F-150, with over 40 million sold worldwide since 1948.
Dang.
Only one vehicle is more popular, the Toyota Corolla. The world's best-selling vehicle of all time has sold over 50 million units.
Wow.
But back to pickups. Almost 2.7 million of these were sold in the U.S. alone in 2022. That's 1 in 5 vehicles. And
Oh my God. I didn't know it was that popular. 1 in 5? How much is a usual pickup truck price in America? I know here they're ridiculous bloody price. Let me know in the comment section.
Alone in 2022. That's 1 in 5 vehicles. And advertising is fueling the trend.
Wow.
Let's give him a minute.
That means 44% of all pickups worldwide were sold in the U.S., but they're also popular in South America.
E é aí que você se pergunta.
Pera, mas é versátil?
Be it in Brazil or Mexico.
Sim.
E sim?
And above all, in Asia.
おはようございます。竹松です。このハイラックスのオーナーです。非日常的な素晴らしい時間を与えてくれる車だと。
You know you can't kill a Hilux. You know, Top Gear tried for years to kill a Hilux. You can't kill a Hilux. I mean, and it's if you live anywhere outside the city, they're bloody convenient. I tell you what, very, very convenient.
このハイラックスのオーナーです。非日常的な素晴らしい時間を与えてくれる車だと思っています。
After the US, the most pickups were sold in
Thailand.
Thailand, Canada, China, and Brazil.
You see there, Australia? Yeah, we're not far behind. New Zealand. New Zealand's tiny too. I'm not surprised.
No European countries made the list. The roads in Europe are narrower,
Tiny.
and there are hardly any parking spaces for such large pickups. Unlike in Australia, South Africa, and North and South America.
When it said love big pickups, I was thinking we're going to see some big pickups. These are just normal utes. I don't know where the big apart from obviously the six-wheeler, that's bloody ridiculous. But they're just normal utes. I can't get used to pickups. It doesn't seem right. They're normal utes to us, so okay.
Australia, South Africa, and North and South America.
Yeah. Okay.
The world's second largest market for pickups is Thailand. Advertising is more playful there than in the US, but still successful.
Wait, isn't Thailand... Well, I guess there's a lot of bush there too, so a lot of jungle. So I'm assuming, you know, off-road, they're bloody excellent off-road. So I'm assuming that's why. So
Higher than in the US, but still successful.
What?
They're everywhere.
I mean, look at it.
Used for all kinds of transportation. Absolutely all kinds.
Oh my God.
In Thailand, almost every second vehicle sold, 47%, is a pickup. Then comes Chile with 24%, just ahead of Canada, South Africa.
There's 22% and 22% in New Zealand as well too. But I guess it's obviously how many cars they sell in each country too. So actually that's pretty high. Apart from, I'm surprised the Middle East is not higher. Okay.
Then comes Chile with 24%, just ahead of Canada, South Africa, and Australia.
Dang. Okay.
Pickups have long been more than just work vehicles. They're considered cool, a lifestyle product. Also, thanks to advertising. The main clientele? Older men who want to be young and hip again.
You're so salty.
All right, bye-bye. 88% of buyers in the U.S. are male. It's clear that advertising is trying to change that.
For the first time ever, we've completely reimagined the automobile. Introducing the men's only Ford Explorer. With no windshield wipers, no heater, no turn signals. Wait, no rear view mirror? No GPS? Are you kidding? It's missing all the parts created by women. Wow, whose great idea was that? This Women's History Month, Ford salutes the visionary automotive work by women past, present, and future.
Speaking of the legendary Ford, it's the best-selling pickup in the world, and what's more, the best-selling motor vehicle in the U.S., and has been for half a century. The F-Series, ranging from 5.3 to 7 meters, has been around since 1948. The F-100 with a new body shape was launched in 1962. For the first time, the model was also sold outside the U.S. on the North American continent. This marked the start of its international success.
The all-new Ford pickup works like a truck, rides like a car. Twin I-beam suspension is the reason. It lets each wheel work individually to smooth out even the most rugged roads.
Pardon me, sir. Which way is the country club?
3 miles down past the gas station.
In the middle of the flower power era, Ford launched a revamped version of the F-100 in 1968. It appealed to a different clientele.
Hey, California, let's hear it for Ford's new Courier.
Okay.
Courier 76 is coming on strong with the best gas mileage rating of any pickup in America. A new roomy cab and new options like a 5-speed shift and a new soft ride package.
In 1987, the design became even more angular, the engine's more massive, a 7.3-liter diesel with 130 kilowatts, and it was the first pickup to come with an anti-lock braking system as standard.
Oh, wow, okay.
In 1995, the 9th generation expanded the line to include the F-350 Super Duty. It had a payload of 2,600 kilos and a towing capacity of 8.7 tons.
Jeez.
Then came the 13th generation in 2014, for the first time with an aluminum-intensive body and again with V6 engines. Generation 14 of the F-Series has been on the road since 2020, and now it's also available as an all-electric version, the F-150 Lightning.
Dang.
Still, Ford is only in second place in global pickup sales, just slightly behind Toyota.
Yep.
The Toyota Hilux is a success worldwide, like Ford is in the US. And the Toyota Tacoma is a model specially designed for the North American market. Also made in Japan, the Nissan Navara, another international bestseller.
Navaras are very popular here too, in Australia as well.
Japan, the Nissan Navara, another international bestseller.
Yeah.
In Germany, on the other hand, Mercedes failed in its attempt to join the competition with an X-Class pickup.
Oh.
The model was discontinued in 2020 with only 30,000 units sold.
Oh, wow.
So the pickup hasn't exactly been a hit among the Germans thus far.
Yeah, but how much were they asking for? It's a Mercedes after all, so you don't want to pay through the nose for it. It's like buying a Porsche station wagon, the SUV. You want to buy a Porsche because it's a sports car, not because it's a SUV or a pickup. Okay.
VW had better luck with the Amarok, which has been on the market since 2010.
Wow, that
While
long?
the truck has
Holy
sold
moly.
830,000 units worldwide, only a fraction of that amount actually hit the roads in Northern Europe.
Very popular in Australia, Amarok as well too. Yep.
VW spent 13 years tinkering with the second generation of the Amarok, which incidentally is named after a gigantic wolf in Inuit mythology. And with a length of 5.35 meters, it's quite a bit smaller than Ford's F-Series. The new VW Amarok was developed jointly with Ford. It simply wouldn't have been worthwhile for the Germans to do it alone. Vehicles from both companies are produced at the Ford plant in Silverton, South Africa, and shipped from there. The collaboration with Ford should lead to considerable efficiency gains for both manufacturers. VW is hoping to sell 50 to 60,000 units made there.
Dang.
A mere sliver compared to the global market, because the worldwide demand for pickups just keeps on rising. Global sales of almost 109 billion euros are expected in 2024, with almost 2/3 of that in the US. This makes it the undisputed #1 pickup country on the planet. And Europe? Well, that remains only a niche market for pickup manufacturers.
I don't think you can expand it in Europe because, like I said, you can't make new land. It's way too small, way too small. Some of those laneways and streets in Europe are just way too small. You know, that's why they came up with smart cars and all those little hatchbacks and stuff like that. Way too small.
Only a niche market for pickup manufacturers. Instead, the somewhat smaller SUVs have prevailed here. But whether pickups or SUVs, the trend towards large, prestigious cars continues unabated. In these times of climate change, is that really in the best interests of the planet? What do you think? Leave us a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
So when they were saying, you know, oh, it's going to be massive, big pickups, I thought, you know, it's going to be huge pickups. It's going to be ridiculous. But looking at them, they're just normal utes to us here in Australia and obviously to America as well. Apart from that six-wheel, I know they have the six-wheel Mercedes in the Middle East. The six-wheeler is pretty popular over there. But for us, they're just normal pickups, you know, normal utes for us over here. But apart from, you know, you get the F series, which is huge. We, like I said, we don't have a lot of them here. And the price as well, you know, if you've ever seen the price of those 250s and whatever, even a 150, they're ridiculous prices here in Australia. So, but I was surprised. I was thinking there was going to be, you know, big pickups, you know, it's going to be, you know, ridiculous looking and whatever. It's just like, no, they're just normal cars to us here. Obviously the same to America and Thailand, apparently. Really love their cars. So I know there's actually a few, I know the Nissan Patrol, which is a four-wheel drive, is made in Thailand. Well, it used to be at least. Maybe that's where the car culture comes from. So who knows? So, but let me know if you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have a pickup in the comment section there, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. Make sure you stay safe, and I'll definitely see you in the next reaction video.
Oh, you're still here? You want more content? Why don't you check out my Patreon down here? You'll get plenty more content and some exclusive videos over there too. If not, why not check out this one over here?